Welcome back to another edition of Uncorked. This is our Carfagna's podcast. And of course, my co-host Sal Carfagna is with me. I'm Boxer. We're in a different room today, Sal. Before we get to our themes and things we're going to be talking about, tell us about this different room we're recording in. And by the way, you can see the visuals on the Carfagna's YouTube channel. If you subscribe to that, you'll be able to see this latest episode of Uncorked. And this really unique room that paying homage to your grandfather, right?
Absolutely. This is our Eddie room. My grandfather, Edward Carfagna. This is our homage to him. This is one of our private dining rooms. We kind of call this our back corner speakeasy room. It has the walls, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, are a deep maroon color. We have the lights all the way turned up, but normally for the dining setting, we turn them down.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of his memorabilia up on one of the walls over here behind me, including his Letterman jacket from St. Aquinas.
Look at that.
Downtown Columbus. He was an all-city fullback for Aquinas. And we have some of his memorabilia up there, some old football, his roster and some pictures, the newspaper clippings, and then we also have some of the material from his and my grandmother's wedding over here. And you guys can see that if you ever book this room to book, you can call 614-848-4488, or you can go online, carfagnas.com, and book it through Open Table. And we got a link to that in our website. But again, his and my grandmother's wedding over here, their engagement was actually featured in the Old Citizen Journal in the newspaper for Columbus.
It's a full-out page, too.
It is, absolutely. It's pretty remarkable if you think about it. But it's fun. You can read that article here in the room. And then we have some other pictures and posters, some large clippings of some famous Italian-American movies and sitcoms. We have The Godfather here behind us. That's from Godfather 1. And then we also have The Sopranos behind us as well, to kind of give that speakeasy kind of feel, right?
Absolutely. Is it? Do you have to reserve this too far in advance, or just...
It just depends. It just depends. We always recommend having reservations, calling ahead at least 24, 48 hours ahead of time. This room sometimes is available if you do come in with a large group. We would say probably 8+. You can absolutely get this room if it is open. Mm-hmm. You just have to request it. So, sure, you can come in and say, "Hey, is the Eddie room open?" and away you go. But always recommended to make that reservation for it. This room will hold approximately 20 people.
Okay.
So you can fit a lot of people in here. If you want one large table, we like to do the big Tuscan table in here. It's a very nice setting. Those would be probably up to about 12 people comfortably on around that large table. We could probably do a little bit more, but 12 people, 12 to, I don't know, maybe 15 or so.
Yeah. This is a great room. And by the way, coming up on the Uncorked podcast today, we're going to be talking produce. We're going to be talking oils, the summer produce that you have. I'm interested in seeing what you have that you're making right now. I know you have corn right now. What, sweet corn boiling? What do you have?
So Ohio produce is in the swing now. Our Amish partners are getting their crops. The first of their crops are coming in. You know, strawberries are the beginning of the season. That's kind of the first thing that trickles in. Those have since gone. We do have local hydroponically grown strawberries in that you'll see in our farmers market. But the local Amish blackberries are in right now. Those are absolutely delicious. If we want to start.
And they're nice and plump. I didn't know they could be that plump.
Oh, yeah, baby. These are fantastic. And go ahead,
Okay,
Boxer.
to try one? Okay.
Have some. Grab a handful of these. Super juicy. They're super ripe.
Oh, look at them. They really are. Okay, so where do they come from in Ohio?
This is from northern Ohio. Okay. So this would be, I guess, northeast Ohio. That's where the largest Amish population is in Ohio.
So juicy.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I gave you a napkin. These things they're staining your fingers, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep,
that's just how juicy they are.
They really are. So delicious.
I love Ohio blackberries.
Well, I love it. Can I just say, Sal, I love that you're getting your produce and the summer produce from Ohio farms. How many How many partnerships do you have with different farms in Ohio?
It's always changing.
Okay.
You know, we have probably on hand anywhere from 6 to 10 at a time. But you also have to understand how that works. We can go up to the Amish auctions. And when Ohio Produce is in, those auctions are in full swing. And you can go up there and you can buy by the flat, you can buy by the skid, by the bushels, and you can buy all of your produce there. Jerry, who is our specialty grocery and produce manager, has a lot of experience at that. But now he actually has his partners who will go there and say, hey, I'm growing this, but my brother's farm, my cousin's farm, my friend's farm, et cetera, or our same community has another farm that's growing these other produces. These are going to be in the auction. If they're at a price, do you want me to buy them for you and tack them on to your order? And so that's how we kind of work. It's always best to go up there in person, but we can only do so much with our staff, right? So, and those auctions are, now you're talking about however many partners, but actually localized partners that we have, it's probably about like, 6 to 10 or so at a given time. Now you have to remember too, we have partners that grow the herbs, the vegetable plants, all of that for us as well. Those are grown just literally less than 10 miles up north in here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they're very, very close. That local farmer, she comes in and she brings whatever she has that's available that we need to replenish. She grows San Marzano tomatoes for us. She'll grow Roma tomatoes. She'll grow the Amish beefsteaks, heirlooms, then all the different peppers. We had hot banana, sweet banana. We had ghost peppers. We had habaneros, jalapenos, Calabrian chilies. So we really try to get her to grow those Italian produce items, the Calabrian chilies, the San Marzano tomatoes, that type of produce for us. And then she grows all of our basil for us too. So we have the patio pots of basil out there that are beautiful, ready to pick. And then we have the little single pods. If you want to plant your own basil in a specific way, we have those as well. All the different herbs, oregano, sage, thyme, cilantro, parsley. She grows all of that for us. And then you can have those. Those come in around Mother's Day. And we still have them here. As the season goes on, we'll stop ordering those. We'll trickle out what we have, and then we'll bring in more of the Ohio produce, some of the summer squashes that are going to be coming in, more of the tomatoes that are going to be coming in. Then around the beginning of August is when Catawba Island up there around Lake Erie, the Erie County up there, all of their produce starts coming in. That produce, we talked about this on a different podcast. I think with the first one, maybe with their grapes that they grew up there.
Right.
That's all in that limestone bedrock.
Right.
And so the season is a little bit prolonged, right? So it takes a little bit more time for that produce to come in because the warm waters trickle in through all that rock, but they get that extra long grow period because that warm water acts as almost like a thermal barrier.
Oh, wow.
From the permafrost that will come in, or from permafrost, but from the frost of the ground.
Right.
And so the Catawba Island peaches, which are absolutely phenomenal, will be coming in August, and we always have those in a few different varieties.
You taught me something new, by the way. I didn't know they grew peaches up there.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
It is a big thing, man. Yes, the Catawba Island peaches. Oh, man. Hopefully when those come in and we have a podcast, we'll sample some of those and try them out. But today, we got the sweet Georgia peaches.
Yeah.
Those just came in. We had South Carolina about a week ago. The Georgia peaches are in now. So we have some sweet Georgia peaches here with us.
Sal,
we'll sample some of those.
Sal, forgive me. What's the difference between the South Carolina and Georgia peaches? Is there?
Very little.
Okay.
There is a variety, right? That there was different varieties that we had. These ones, I'm blanking on the variety that actually was, but if you sit them side by side, you probably can't taste much of a difference.
Oh, okay.
And again, with the Catawba Island peaches as well, a peach is a peach. However, when you get the different varieties, some of them are better for different things. Some of them might be a little bit harder. They're better for grilling, and the other ones are, you got to eat them over a sink because they're just so juicy and sweet, right? You get it all over yourself when you bite into it. I love that analogy. It's like, you got to eat this thing over a sink, man. It's like, get a bib.
Yeah, exactly. Eat over the sink. Yeah. We're with Sal Carfagna. He's always our co-host every month on this podcast called the Uncorked Podcast. We're here at the Carfagna's Marketplace headquarters. Sal, once again, I've never seen this before, but because we're in a different room and maybe visually I can see everything in front of you, you have a nice big shiny knife that's in front. So what are you chopping today?
Oh, well, this right here, this is a knife, Boxer. This is a classic chef's knife. It's a 10-inch blade. It's not that much more, right? But it is a good one. This knife is our knives that we have in our classroom. It's super, super sharp. We keep them all sharp, and it's absolutely fantastic for what we're going to be doing today. Today we're going to be making a Caprese salad. So I have the Amish heirloom tomatoes that just came in. We're going to be using those. I have some of our house-made fresh mozzarella. Ooh, we're going to be utilizing that. Our fresh basil from the patio plants that were out front, that local basil that was grown. I picked some of that. We're going to be utilizing that. And then I'm going to do a different style of Caprese. This is what my grandmother always did, and she would actually add orange citrus to her Caprese salads.
Oh, I love that.
So we call it Cece's Caprese, and that's how we serve them actually in our restaurant. But then we also have some of the Georgia peaches too. So we're going to do a little bit of side-by-side comparison. And then as a garnish, I have something very special. Our specialty grocery, we are now carrying balsamic pearls, which are they look like caviar, but they're actually filled with balsamic.
I didn't know they made such a thing.
It is phenomenal. It's like the hottest thing in the specialty grocery right now. They have tons and tons of different flavored pearls. They got fruit juices ones like mango, passion fruit, strawberry. Wow. They have the balsamic pearls. They have flavored balsamic pearls, flavored white balsamic pearls. Then they have olive oil pearls. And they even have truffle pearls that are infused with a truffle, almost like balsamic, but it doesn't have that bite to it. It's almost like a pure concentrated truffle flavor, which is just phenomenal for garnishing, for snacking, putting it on cheese, having it in like a little dish on a charcuterie board to have people scoop it out on. But we're going to scoop some of those out onto our Caprese salad, and you're going to get those. Real fun. They have that pop that caviar has in your mouth.
Yeah.
Right? And just packed with flavor.
Sal, how long has that been a thing? I've never tried it in that form.
That is a great question. I'm not quite sure. I know that we started carrying them last year. Okay. And they were wildly popular. And then our supplier couldn't get them anymore. And now they're coming back. Oh, wow. And since then, we go to different food shows for specialty grocery. Yeah. So at the most recent food show that we were at, we saw a number of vendors that had just a ton of them. And this was the largest food show that we go to. It's called the Fancy Food Show in New York City. My brother and I go. Jerry goes with us. Jerry there is like a little local celebrity. It's unbelievable. The Italian importers are like, Jerry, try this pasta, The other guy coming up, he's tasting something. Jerry, I really got something you need to taste. I got something. I just need you to come over here. He's like, okay, I'll be there in a minute. I'm with these people right now.
Wait, how do they all know him so well?
Well, because Jerry has been there now for a few years. Okay. And we purchase a lot of Italian imports. And these importers, you can't get them anywhere else but them. They're the ones that are importing it. It's all localized on the East Coast over there. And so what we have to do is we have to find the logistics to get them from the New Jersey, the Boston area over to Columbus, Ohio. The majority of them don't have distribution in here in Ohio. So, we have to work those out. And all of our panettone that we get, the imported chocolates, Torrone candy, all of those items, olive oils, balsamics, pastas. We have some of the pasta here. Actually, we saw that supplier or that producer, over there. And
what kind of
these are over there? This is a Sicilian pasta.
Okay, that's
this is La Fabbrica della Pasta. It is a wonderful, wonderful product. Super, super hearty. It is a 100% Italian grain, made in Sicily. And
there you go.
And you can just hold it. You can just feel that. All of these imported pastas are a little bit over a pound in packaging. They'll have 17 ounces in them. And the cook time on these, since they are just so hearty, I mean, it takes all of 15 to 20 minutes for them to cook. Super fantastic product. We have a ton of imported items, imported pastas. That one was Sicilian. This one here is actually from Abruzzo. The Abruzzo and Molise region are known for their pasta, especially the Abruzzo region because of the natural springs that come down from that mountain range that's in there. Di Cecco pasta is from there. La Molisana is from Molise, just south of there. And then this is Rusticella di Abruzzo. And this is very close to the Carfagna hometown of Vasto Girardi, which is right on the border of Abruzzo and Molise, but located in Molise. And that Rusticella di Abruzzo, that's been one of our staples in our market for a very long time. That's a wonderful family that makes that pasta. We actually have an olive oil called La Selva, and the producer of that olive oil is next door neighbors to Rusticella di Abruzzo. So both of these pastas, I mean, like I said, we have Ligurian pasta, we have Sicilian pasta, we have Abruzzese pasta. We have a pasta from all over Italy, not to mention the pasta that we obviously make here in-house.
Hey, Sal, what's the difference between the pastas? Meaning, are there uses for this one versus the Abruzze? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, so the pasta cuts, is that what you're referring to?
The pasta, the size and the cut. Is there a difference with when you're making something? You use that pasta versus this pasta?
Absolutely. You should traditionally, different pasta cuts go with different sauces.
Okay.
Or different proteins, et cetera, right? Like here, this is a perfect example. You're looking at penne, right?
Yes.
There's a smooth penne, and then there's a penne rigate. The penne rigate, which I have in our pasta. This is Carfagna branded pasta.
Okay.
But we get this imported from Italy, and they private label it for us. So this is USDA organic certified. It is made in Italy. And again, a very, very fantastic product, very similar to those other pastas that we have. But if you can look, you see those ridges on there.
Yes.
So it all depends. If you have a lighter sauce, you want those ridges because the lighter sauce will adhere better to the ridges rather than the smooth sauce. If you have a nice thick sauce, like a thick marinara, or maybe like an Alfredo type of thing, you might want to go with the smoother noodle as opposed to that. And then you have noodles like this. For those of you watching on YouTube, you might notice this, but for those of you listening, I'm holding up some large shells. Again, this is the La Fabrica pasta brand. These are...
they look like seashells. Sal.
Yes, absolutely. And this guy here, this is for stuffing, right?
Oh,
so
right.
You would par cook this until it's just a little bit pliable, and then you can fill them. Some of the pastas too, you can directly fill as they're hard like that, and then bake them off in the sauce, and they can cook in a sauce, like in a pan, in a casserole dish. But if you want them a little bit more pliable, you boil them off just for a little bit, and then use like either a piping bag or a spoon and stuff that pasta. A fantastic noodle for appetizers if you want to create an item like that. It's great. So again, we don't have any pasta today, so we're not going to be tasting these.
Right. Yep.
But we can go right into some of the olive oils, right?
Let's do it.
We're talking about our imports. And Carfagna's, I like to say it, this is Central Ohio, if not Ohio's, Italian food headquarters. And we're always known for our butcher shop, right? That's our staple. That's the flagship of Carfagna's market. But our specialty grocery, since we've moved to Gemini, has grown immensely, and it gives us that opportunity to bring all of these unique items that you really cannot find anywhere else in Central Ohio,
right?
Or even Ohio, period. And sometimes even the Midwest. And Jerry does a fantastic job at seeking out these local suppliers and producers that have a very unique item that is hard to find. You can't even find it online. Some of them don't even sell it online because they have to import it, right? So we work with those importers and those suppliers to bring them here to Columbus, Ohio. So some of them are olive oils, right? We have a number of different olive oils, and we're going to start tasting some of these.
All right.
And I might have Alex go and check on the corn that we have grilling in the back kitchen.
Oh, okay.
To see where that's at.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you had it on the grill.
So this is. I know I'm just about to pour this olive oil, right? And we're like jumping back and forth.
That's all right.
But we are very fortunate this year to have the earliest crop of corn in decades.
Okay, why is that? Because as you know, we haven't had a lot of rain.
Well, we did. When did the rain come? In early May.
In early May.
Remember all of that rain? It just rained and rained and rained.
So that's what helped push this first crop.
Yeah,
in.
right?
Okay.
So what's that saying? You know you're from Ohio when they say something, right? Knee high by the 4th of July.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So knee high by the 4th of July is, that looks wonderful. Thank you.
Wow,
Alex.
look at that.
Knee high by the 4th of July is always a saying that's saying, hey, like the corn's on pace, right? If it's knee high by the 4th of July.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys have driven around and seen the corn stalks around town, but my goodness gracious, they're chest high.
You know what I have to say? Outside of brown lawns, you're right. The crops look pretty good.
Yes, absolutely. So I guess the best crop or earliest crop, I should say, in decades, the farmers have told us. And so we have two different types of corn today. We do have the Ohio sweet corn, and then we have the Ohio Silver Queen sweet corn, which is very highly sought after sweet corn from Ohio. So
and you're going to talk about the difference between the two.
You're going to taste the difference, my man.
Wow.
And then we have two different methods, right? We got the grilled corn. We grill it in the husk. I like doing that method. You get that full corn flavor.
Yeah, I like that too.
You got to soak the corn, soak it in water before you grill it, and minimum half hour. You can have it in there all day. This past weekend, in the morning, I threw some in a bucket, and then we kept going until later on. What that does is it soaks that husk so that when you grill it, you're steaming it and you're not charring the husk and carbonating the corn inside.
In other words, if you don't do that, you're going to toast everything.
Right. So this corn here it looks a little toasted, right? Because we didn't have enough time to soak it.
Sure.
But it was already highly soaked that I had it throw them on the grill right away. So it normally does not look like this completely. Raj Hora just walked in. Raj Hora has our bottle of wine. Raj Hora, director of wine and spirits. To go along with the Caprese salad and the corn and the olive oils today, we have a wonderful bottle of wine. This is the wine. The bottle of wine is called Cinque Terre. It is a white wine. Cinque Terre is the northern beach towns. If you ever seen the movie, the new movie, the Italian Disney movie, Luca. Thank you, Alex. Okay. Luca. That takes place in a Cinque Terre town. Cinque Terre, the 5 cities.
Oh, there we go.
And Raj, I don't know. I don't have too much information on this. I know you gave me this handout right here. Do you know what here it is. 50% Bosco, 25% Abarola, and 25% Vermentino. This guy is going to be fantastic. All those grapes are nice, white, crisp. They're minerally. It is a dry wine. Super perfect for the summertime. Anything to add, Raj?
Yeah, Cinque Terre basically 5 villages. So there are 5 villages that are hard to access on a normal basis. You either go by train or by boat. Road travel is good, but you just have to park at like one town and just move forward. The vineyards basically were terraced and they were being abandoned. But what ended up happening was UNESCO declared it a UNESCO site, and all of a sudden the travel started and everybody started getting interested. So everything is terraced and not easy to get to. The Cinque Terre, the Cantina, is actually a cooperative, about 40-some producers, and they only produce about 200,000 bottles a year in a couple of different forms. So It's a treat. It's a treat. It's like one of the only two that I know of that I've been able to get, and now that I can't get the other one, this is an amazing bottle of wine.
Amazing. Thank you for that.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah.
The nose on this thing is very white grape forward. You get that minerality immediately off the nose without even tasting it. Nice floral notes to it as well. You get this nice bouquet kind of sense.
You know what, Sal? I was going to ask him, but you could probably answer this. The pairings for this wine. I'm assuming some of the items we have here today, maybe the salad, maybe the sweet corn. What goes with this?
Yeah, great question. So this wine, especially Cinque Terre, is known for their Ligurian, or not their Ligurian pasta. Liguria is down there, but pesto pasta, right? So this is a fantastic pairing for pesto pasta.
Okay.
Another Caprese salad. Nice light items. Use this for a charcuterie. Your appetizer wine that you're going to start off with. But
that's really good.
Yes, it is not. It's going to be dry. It's going to be almost like bone dry, right?
Yeah.
Which I love. And think about this on nice hot summer day. You just are grilling dinner or something like that.
Right,
You got a bottle of red wine, maybe decanting for a steak or a pork chop, or maybe some grilled chicken, and you just brought out a nice little cheese platter, right? Or you brought out a nice Caprese salad, which we're going to do. And this is a fantastic wine to have as like the first course type of thing,
And
right?
Sal, and this is in stock in your wine shop, correct?
Absolutely. This is stocked.
You know what? I've been meaning to ask you this. We talk a lot about wines and wines that are produced in Italy. I hope this isn't a dumb question, but just out of curiosity, does Italy do a lot of beer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Peroni beer. Nastro Azzurro, right?
So do you carry that as well? Do you carry that?
Oh, Peroni. Yeah, Peroni
okay.
you can find everywhere. We have Peroni actually on tap every day here at Carfagna's.
Okay.
That is Peroni. That's going to be their staple, their most popular beer in Italy. Nastro Azzurro, which translates to our blue. And so that's the Italians' kind of like the national beer of Italy, I would say.
Yeah.
And then some people are going to be like, no, it's Moretti. It's Birra Moretti, right? And then Moretti has like, in my opinion, they're more of like those the lager styles, and they'll have like a red ale as well. So a little bit darker beers. And then we actually carry some beers as well from Abruzzo. So we have a number of different beers available here in Ohio. But yeah, absolutely.
I've always paid so much attention to the wines from Italy that I never thought about the beers that came from Italy. And that could probably be a whole other episode down the road. So you have oil in front of you right now to paint this picture. And again, you can subscribe to the Carfagna's YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see all the visuals right here. But what exactly is that, Sal?
So we're going to start tasting some olive oils here. We're going to get rolling. This is a Ligurian olive oil. I'm sorry, a Puglia olive oil. This is from Puglia. Puglia is down on the bottom, the southern. So you can see the little map there, right? On the heel of the boot. Do you see
there it is.
The highlighted area there?
Yeah,
and then we also have Sicilian olive oils here as well. And the reason I did that was being from southern Italy, both of these oils have completely different characteristics. The Pulian olive oils are known for their lighter body, their more floral taste, and their fruit-forward taste as well.
Is that because of the region they're in?
It's more that and the actual olive that it is made with. So again, taste this olive oil.
All right.
And I want you to notice the lightness from it, maybe a little bit of fruitiness.
Yes.
Pretty good.
I have to tell you, I feel like I've had this oil before.
You may have. This is Guglielmi. This olive oil we show off quite a bit. We sample it quite a bit. It is a very good high-end olive oil.
I was going to say the bottle alone looks attractive.
Yes, it is.
Very nice.
But pretty reasonable too. $28.99 for that bottle of olive oil. Well, this next one here is going to be now the Sicilian. So this is going to be the different. Why don't you hold up that spoon? Hold up that spoon over the plate, so if it spills, it goes right over there. So this olive oil here, this is Partana. Partana is one of the most famous brands of olive oil in Italy. It has a very unique label. It comes in this bottle. I love it. It comes in tins mostly. We have 3 different sizes tins. We have the very small tin all the way up to the large gallon tin as well.
The label is very vintage, old school. I love it.
Oh yeah. So again, I believe this is the Nocella grape olive that they make this with, but this is a very traditional Sicilian olive oil. Taste it, and you're gonna have that robustness on it, that spiciness.
Okay.
And as true to Sicilian olive oils, you're gonna get almost like a spiciness finish on the back end of your throat.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. It doesn't hit you till it's in the back of your throat.
Yeah. It's peppery, right?
Yeah,
and there it is. And that is a sign of a very high quality Sicilian olive oil, having that pepperiness finish.
And what region, Sal, is that?
This is Sicilian, so this is from Sicily.
Okay.
So I mean, think about it, right? On the Adriatic side of the sea, right? You have that olive oil from Puglia, and then from the Sicilian side, on the Mediterranean side, you have this. Almost like identical in like latitude,
right? Exactly.
And but completely different flavor profiles, and just so fun, right? When you taste these olive oils side by side.
Sal, price-wise, is there much of a difference between the two?
That guy there, a little bit larger bottle. That's a liter bottle. That's
true.
$27.99 for that guy there.
Yeah, and you carry them both at Carfagna.
Of course, yes, we do.
Yeah.
And now this, I guess one of the new things in right now are organic and unfiltered olive oils. So
meaning you don't put a lot of preservatives, anything in them.
Well, yeah. I mean, all the Italian way. The Italians are like, why do I have to label it organic, right? If we're already doing it that way,
That's true.
We just have to pay the American government to say that it is organic. But this is certified organic, USDA organic, and then it's also unfiltered. So the unfilteredness is what gives it that really true characteristic. If we had a glass and poured this in there, you'll see it's almost like cloudy. It's not clear like this other oil.
Okay. Oh, sure. Does that work? Or
yeah.
I'm
that
sorry.
Spoon for me.
I gotta hold that up.
So this has a little bit more body to it. It's going to have a little bit more of a bite because it is unfiltered.
Okay.
This guy here, this is a fantastic deal. This is a liter bottle of it. We have this for $24.99.
There, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now.
The pepperiness on the back end. And a great option, a good everyday oil. This is going to be great for cooking with. This is going to be great for salads. All of these oils, again, you're talking about high-end oils. The Partana is what I grew up on.
And that's Saniti? Is that how you pronounce that?
Saniti oil, yeah. Saniti is actually an importer, and so that is their private
extra
label,
extra
virgin olive oil.
Am I wrong, Sal? That felt or it tasted thicker, or is that just my imagination?
No, you're absolutely right, because again, that is that unfiltered olive oil.
Okay.
Yeah. So that oil will have a lot more of that, right? It is going to be thicker because it's unfiltered, right? And if you actually poured it into like a glass, you'll notice like a bit of a cloudiness to it,
right?
Which is not a bad thing. It's just preference, right?
Yeah.
Some people say, oh no, I like the lighter olive oils. Oh, I want that pepperiness. Oh, I want something good all around, but I want something a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
So every olive oil has its use, right? Just like every wine does, and every pasta cut. All of that kind of stuff.
Amazing. Yeah. And again, I just for the record, I wanted to say I never paid much attention to the olive oil. I got to be honest with you. Whether it's here at Carfagna's or you go to another Italian restaurant, I never pay. I thought olive oil was olive oil, and that was it.
So we always tell people like, hey, people are like, I want your best olive oil. And it's like, well, that's a loaded question. Because we can give you something and you're like, that wasn't that good because it doesn't fit your flavor profile. So what we like to do is we have actually an olive oil tasting cart that we'll bring out. And for somebody who really wants to taste some different oils or they're not sure about what they want, we'll taste them on these different oils and they'll be like, okay, no, this is what I'm talking about. And then they'll go forward with that purchase. So we like to, instead of saying, oh, this is the best olive oil that we have, right? Because they're all so similar in quality. The two things, if we can learn from something from this podcast, I would say would be looking for on a bottle, extra virgin and first cold pressed. Yeah. Those two items on a bottle are going to be what you're going to be looking for. So those are going to be the
right in the front. Yep.
Those are going to be the two
front and center.
I guess qualities on the bottle that you're going to be looking for a high-end oil. Anything that would say like Classico it's not going to be extra virgin. Anything that doesn't say first cold press isn't going to be first cold press. All of those type of things. Now let's get into some balsamics.
Let's do it.
Balsamics is a whole other different realm, right? And I know that we're short on time here, but we can go through this very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the most part. And we'll do this again with the Caprese salad as well. So we're going to have a nice little contrast here. I brought 3 different bottles out because we have to talk about this.
Okay, and I'm assuming there's a difference between all 3.
Absolutely. So again, working
attractive bottles, by the way.
Yeah, these are fun. Working from your right to my left here. This brand here is Malpighi balsamic olive oils. These are all from Modena. So again, from you ever see that Balsamico di Modena? That's what you're looking for. That is the town where balsamic was originated.
Oh wow!
And in order to be a true balsamic, it has to come from Modena, Italy. Modena is again where it's that same region where Parmigiano Reggiano is made from. It's that same region where prosciutto di Parma is made from. So that is a very, very food-centric area in Italy because of the balsamics, because of the Parmigiano cheese, because of the prosciutto, right? Without that region, it's like, my goodness gracious, that's like some of the 3 biggest heavy hitters in Italian food.
Right.
But so why the difference? Why is one bronze and one silver and one gold? Why does some have different metals on them? Why does one have years on it? All of that kind of stuff. It all has to do with the density of the vinegar.
Okay.
Now, we learned something this past year that the ages on there aren't necessarily the actual ages. Where you do get the ages from, there are some that are aged. However, in order to be a true aged balsamic that has the year that's on there, it has to come with a certificate and a verification saying, yes, this vinegar was aged for this long, and those are going to be hundreds of dollars. And we have one here that we're going to taste at the end of it. But you can see this is that same brand that we're going to be tasting from, and that 3 that's on there, right?
Oh, right.
So that 3, that year 3, the age on there is actually going to be more related to the density and not so much the year. The year that's on there, think about it like almost like Scotch, right? Like when they say like, oh, this is 15-year Scotch, right? Well, it's not all 15 year, right? It's some of it is 15, and then it's blended to give out those characteristics of a better Scotch. But the different levels of it are same thing related. Bronze, silver, and gold have to deal with the density and the amount of grape must that is actually into the vinegar.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to taste some of these.
All right.
And you're going to see how the density of it changes. Now we're not going to go through all of these. I'm just going to go straight to the gold, which is the highest density of it. But even this highest density of this guy is even less. Now look at the viscosity on that bottle, right? So this will give you a good idea of it. And then look at the bronze. Do you see how much more liquefied that is?
You can see
for those of you who are watching it on YouTube, you might be able to see this in the bottle.
Yeah.
But this guy is much more thicker. That has to do with the amount of grape must that is contained in this vinegar.
Okay. Oh, heavens.
That's pretty good, huh?
Very much so.
Now let's go to this guy here. So this is the Leonardi. This is the 3. This is the 3 on the Leonardi.
Okay. All right.
So this is going to be a little bit more lighter on there, so you'll get a nice little contrast on that.
Oh, yeah.
You feel it on your tongue, the weight of it?
Definitely.
Now let's go to this bad boy
Big
here.
difference. Oh, boy. Okay, what's that one in the box?
That's got a 30 on there. So this is a 30 in density. Now this guy here.
Now we tried a 3. We tried what was the other one?
Gold. Now the gold. It all depends on the brand and how they produce it.
Okay.
The bronze, silver, and gold are going to have that IGP label, the medallion that's on there on the bottom of it. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a better vinegar.
Okay.
That just talks about the different processes that they have to go through to get that medallion on there.
Sure.
It is a selling point for these vinegar producers, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a better one. Leonardi, we met them earlier this year, and they gave us a lesson saying that they do not go for the IGP medallion on their vinegars. They instead rather go with the numbers and the density that way. And
why would they say that? Do they think for the consumer, is that an easier way for them to decipher?
I don't necessarily think. I think that it's more confusing for the consumer.
Okay.
But it's more so their style. They're saying that there is a higher quality because, in their opinion, to get the IGP, you have to do less things. And here's one of them. The IGP label, you only have to age the balsamic for 60 days in order to get the IGP label on there.
Oh.
Or the IGP logo on there. So they take theirs a step further, and they actually don't, they age theirs for longer, right? And they don't want theirs only sitting for 60 days. They go for many, many, many more. I think they told us that they start bottling once a year, and it's always in the wintertime. So let's try this 30.
Okay.
Okay. And then this guy is going to be the most viscous. This is going to be the highest density that we have.
Highest density. Oh, boy. Oh, a 30.
This guy here retails for $150 per 3.3 fluid ounces.
Wow. Well, so it better be good, right?
You tell me.
Oh, wow. Oh.
That's different. It's very unique. Almost chocolatey, almost, isn't it?
Okay, I'm going to say I was really turned off by the price. And then I tasted that, and it is well worth it. Really worth it.
Very special stuff.
Oh, you're right. That's a special bottle right there.
You know, you're going to be drizzling this. You're gonna use it as a finishing balsamic. You'll put it on your on a high end steak that you want. You're going to use it for some really, really special cheese, like the Parmigiano Reggiano.
You're not
like
using that 30 for just everyday use. That's special.
No, I wouldn't put it on a salad. I would definitely use it as almost like a condiment, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to drizzle on it, or you're just going to eat it by itself. But it's already so highly dense that you don't need to cook with it. You're only going to be using it for finishing.
And you sell that one too, I'm assuming,
yes,
right? This
do.
one you're holding?
And we can actually get even higher densities. So we can get 50, 60, 70.
Really?
Yes, from our suppliers. We actually just recently sold our 50 that we had on the shelf. But again, we'll get more of those in, and then we can special order any of these at any time, and we can get them in for any consumer. And that's the nice thing about, having access to these wonderful importers from Italy.
Yeah. Sal, I have to ask, just curiosity, what does the 50 go for retail?
Ooh, off the top of my head, I believe we recently sold that. It was around $300.
I figured it was around there. Wow.
But, it's one of those things that's just, in my opinion, if you have the means to purchase something like that, and you're a true lover of food and you know how to utilize it, you know how to respect it.
Well, that's a true lover then. That's someone who truly appreciates.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's almost somebody, they got like a wine cellar and they got these balsamics up there and they're going to be tasting the balsamics, and maybe they go down with a Caprese salad or something like that, and they're gonna eat while they taste maybe some wines from that same region, right? So again, here's the Silver Queen sweet corn.
Okay.
Here, Boxer.
All right.
So go ahead and
here we go.
We'll hand this off to you
Thank
there.
you, sir. Thank you.
So you're gonna taste this. I made it in just boiling pot of heavily salted water.
Okay. Okay. All right. Do you want me to start here, Sal? Do you want me to? Or wait.
And then I have I got the
Okay.
Ohio sweet corn here that we grilled, and you're going to taste the
nice and
bit
salty.
Of so we didn't add any salt to that afterwards. I just salted the water.
I was going to ask because I didn't see you put any salt on it. So you put the salt
in the water.
In the water. I'd like that better.
Might have been a little bit too much in the water, but I like it.
It's okay. I'm from a farm. Meat and potatoes, salt.
But I wanted to balance it out with the sweetness of that corn. And now this is your grilled corn here.
Okay.
This is kind of like what they do at the Ohio State Fair. If you ever go to the state fair and go to the corn booth, they grill the corn whole like that, and they'll shuck it and butter and salt it right there for you.
So the first piece of corn was called what again?
The Ohio Silver Queen.
Silver Queen.
And then this
came off the cob very, very nice, very soft, nice and salty. Now I'm about to taste
the regular sweet yellow corn.
Yep, grill. Okay. Okay, I don't know if this is just me, but I'm tasting more flavor in the grilled. Outside of the salt, of course, that I could taste in the first one.
Think about it. This one, I'm boiling it in water, which will add moisture to that corn, or pour the flavor out, right? Add moisture to it. You're almost diluting that flavor.
Okay.
And then the other one, right? You're grilling it whole. You're actually reducing that water content within it, so you're concentrating those flavors.
So I will say this is not as juicy, but I also can taste more flavor in the grilled.
Yeah, absolutely should.
Sal, what do you prefer? Which one is, or does it depend on the day?
The method that I always do is soaking the corn and grilling it. I'm a firm believer of that. I'll buy the corn, whole ears of corn in the husk. I will soak it and I will grill it. If I'm in a pinch or if it's too cold or rainy to grill, I'll obviously boil it. But I like the Silver Queen better. Both of them, it's very close. But again, I like the Silver Queen a little bit better. And then I will always, always, always grill whole ears of corn.
Oh, this is delicious. You could not go wrong. And
taste it with the wine. It's fantastic pairing.
Yeah, here. Yeah. Can I admit something to you? I don't think I've ever had corn with wine together. So this is a first for me, Sal.
You know what? I'm gonna ask Alex to go off to the cafe, get a sample of Francesca's gelato. You know which one I'm talking about, right? Yeah. You know which one I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Go, Alex. Thank you. Go and get a sample of that while I make this caprese salad. We do something extremely unique here at Carfagna's, and I'm going to blow your mind a little bit, if you don't mind.
For those that aren't watching the YouTube channel, so Sal just grabbed a Georgia peach.
Yep.
And now what? An orange and a lemon. What are you doing?
We're gonna make a caprese salad.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cut this peach first, and we're gonna just kind of do a little bit of sampling on this peach. I'm sorry, I'm not speaking into the mic. We're gonna do a little bit of sampling onto this peach, and we're going to show Boxer just some nice, beautiful, beautiful summer stone fruit on this peach. We're going to taste some of this, the juiciness of this. This thing just started pouring out onto my cutting board. That's how juicy it was.
Sal, you have a lot of recipes at carfagnas.com. Do you have the Caprese salad?
The Caprese salad is on there.
It is?
We do have a recipe blog. We're building it up. We just launched that, fully intact this year. So we're adding anywhere from 2 to 3 recipes per month on that recipe blog.
Yeah.
Cindy Ramsey does them for us. Cindy Ramsey is one of our cooking classroom instructors.
Oh, okay.
So she'll work in tandem with me. We'll come up with some recipes of her own, and we'll add those onto our website as they come in.
Oh, there's corn. There's corn, Sal. Yum, yum, yum. So how long does it take to make a Caprese salad?
We'll see right here. So I just started. I am cutting the tomatoes.
Look what Alex is holding.
Section wise. Boxer.
What is this?
Alex is back, you guys. My sister, the mad scientist that she is, she has created Ohio sweet corn gelato.
What? Is that what I'm holding?
That is what you're holding. She utilizes every single piece of the corn, not just the kernels. She actually cooks it with the husks, with the whole ears, and steeps it in the milk and cream, and then makes gelato with it. It is wonderful.
Your sister's a genius.
You're from Ohio when you love Ohio sweet corn gelato.
No joke.
Only in Ohio can you get corn ice cream. And we got it here at Carfagna's. And it is fantastic. It tastes like you're eating an ear of corn. How weird that sounds.
Wait, so she invented this?
It's super sweet. It is, I don't know if she invented it, but she did it. I'm sure somebody in years past have made some type of a corn ice cream, but she makes it with her gelato here in house. It's
you
wonderful.
Want some?
Of course. Now, I'm going to tell you to do one step because you've been eating it by itself.
Yeah.
Now, add a little bit of this flaky Maldon sweet salt. Or salt here.
Okay, just grab a couple of flakes?
Yeah, just grab a flake or two. You don't need much.
Okay. All right, I'll put that on my spoon. Okay. All right. I would have never thought of doing this, Sal. Whoa. That just took it up a whole new level, Sal.
Isn't that so fun? I mean, like, come on. How can you get it, like, it's just like, yeah, we're from Ohio. Yeah, we say knee high by the 4th of July. Yeah, we eat grilled corn. Yeah, we make corn ice cream.
But it's no different than adding salt to salted caramel, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with ice cream. No, that's really good.
Oh, it's wonderful. Like I said.
You want some more? Tomorrow?
Twist my arm. No, seriously, twist it. I need some more.
This is great. I can't believe this.
I mean,
just when I thought we've topped ourselves with this food concoctions, this is great.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, I'm a lover. I'm a lover for that. And
love your sister.
As you can't tell. Yes, I do too. And not just for the corn gelato. It was like summertime, and like I'm like, hey, so when's the corn gonna come in, Jerry? Oh, it'll be here. Like, why? And I'm like, well, for corn gelato, of course.
Yeah,
like, I'm craving it already. I need some of that.
So obviously, corn gelato is seasonal. How long will that last here?
Until corn's in season.
Okay,
So you're talking probably in like through Labor Day.
Oh, okay.
It'll be here and available. Another seasonal flavor. We just ended the Parmigiano Reggiano gelato. That was a seasonal flavor. So that is over now. Now we have the Ohio corn gelato.
Ohio corn. Yep.
So I'm cutting up some oranges now to do the Cece Caprese.
Yeah, you're cutting them in full slices.
Full slices.
Yeah.
So here's my tomatoes, right?
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to just start layering. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, right there?
Skin
Okay.
was attached there still.
Okay.
We're going to start layering this bad boy down. I'm going to go tomato. I'm going to go orange slice. And then I'm going to slice up some of our mozzarella.
There you go.
You want to kind of like keep all your slices about same in proportion.
Okay.
So they all look nice and pretty on the plate, right?
Is that half the battle, is the presentation of the plate? Do you always want it to look pretty, Sal?
You know, when I do my cooking classes and we do Caprese salads in the cooking class, I tell people it's your preference. You want to put it on a kebab and make skewers, go for it. You want to chop it all up and put it all over the plate, go for it. You want to put it all on top of a salad. You know, you want to use the small mozzarella balls and cherry tomatoes and rip some basil up and put it over there, go for it. Or if you want to do a nice little shingle, right, that I'm doing here, you can do that as well. It's all preference. It's all how much time do you have, right, for prepping, and what's your comfort, right? You know, what do you feel most comfortable with in preparing this? Okay, now we're layering it, right? So I got tomato, orange, mozzarella, basil.
There it is.
Beautiful basil. Look at that, man. Nice full leaves.
It's perfect. Perfect.
So I'm going to just give a nice little slap, kind of bruise it up a little bit.
Why do you do that, Sal? Why did you just slap
some of the oils in there. And then we just keep on building. So now I'm going to go again. Tomato. Orange. Mozzarella. Slap that basil, baby.
So it's all in sequence.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And again, tomato, orange, mozzarella, basil.
Here comes the slap.
Woo! Let me get another one. Ooh.
Presentation looks amazing, by the way.
Thank you, Boxer.
I've had people, even my own wife, that would say, "Oh, this looks so pretty. I don't even want to touch it. I just want to look at it or take a picture of it."
Sure.
I'm like, "It's food, honey. Eat it."
I'm going to end with a little piece of mozzarella because that's what I got left on my plate. But there we go. All right. Now
looks gorgeous.
You can always do a nice little squeeze of lemon if you want. We're going to kind of just do a squeeze of lemon, give it some brightness to it. We're going to use the Partana olive oil, nice little bite to it, huh? We're going to put just a stream of that over top. And then I am going to add some flaky sea salt.
Oh, the flaky sea salt.
Boom, baby.
Boom, boom, boom.
And now, instead of a drizzle of olive oil, we're going to do the balsamic pearls.
Oh, yeah, the pearls. Okay.
So here we go.
Yeah, okay.
And check these bad boys out.
Look, I've never seen them before till now. They do look like little caviar.
For those of you watching.
Look like little round balls of caviar.
All right, Boxer. Go ahead, taste them.
Okay.
No, here, take the spoon.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then I'm going to put some of these on our salad.
Oh my gosh, I see why people just eat this. That's really good.
Aren't those fun?
Well, and fun is probably the perfect word. I didn't know they made these. I feel like I'm behind here, but I had no idea.
They're fairly new. They really are. You know, every time that I introduce them to people, they have the same reaction as you just did.
Yeah.
It's super fun. It is super fun.
It's great.
So, here we go, man.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Whoa, look at this. Okay.
Might want to give maybe we get a shot on the camera here that finished plate.
There we go.
Alex is gonna be for you YouTube video watchers. Thank you guys for subscribing. But again, I mean, how long did that take us? 5-10 minutes or so to put together?
Yeah.
Real quick, simple recipe, super delicious, fantastic for the summertime. Here's a plate for you, Boxer.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, sir.
I'll take your other plate.
Oh, okay. This one here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your corn plate. And here's some cooking utensil or eating utensils for you.
So what's the appropriate way to take it off of a plate? Just
I would go. Again, we started with the tomatoes. So why don't you go with that second tomato in?
Okay, right here.
The second tomato in.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, go ahead and just scoop that right off of your plate.
Just go like this.
That's right, buddy.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
Wow.
Those peaches, I actually want to Let's drizzle some balsamic on there.
Let's do it. I'm going to give this back to you.
I mean, should we? Should we go back to the box? Should we go?
Oh,
should we drizzle
my
the
gosh,
30 on there?
Hey, how often is this going to happen?
You know.
Oh my gosh.
So, again, like what are the uses for it?
Yeah.
Just like this, man.
I didn't know that this was possible.
Savor it over with some nice fruit and some cheese, I'm
going to hand the main plate back to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's dig in. I'm going to move the mic back just a little bit. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Can I cheat and try the peach first? Is
what
that
do you
okay?
mean cheat? It's your plate, son. You can do whatever you want.
I didn't know etiquette-wise if I should be starting with something else and not the peach. Wow, Georgia peaches. Plump, nice and juicy. Wow. Okay. So I'm also curious about the tomato.
That balsamic on that peach, man.
I know.
Wow. It almost mellows out the sweetness to it.
I would have never thought of doing that, Sal. Ever. Okay, I'm going to try some of the tomato. And adding the pearls on top just gave it a nice extra kick, I think, in a good way. Wow, this is just delicious. My goodness.
That's all fun, man. That is real fun. Now do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Take a bite. Try to get a bite that includes everything.
Oh, everything.
All at once. Cut.
Okay. All right.
Take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, or maybe not the
that.
peaches, but I'm saying on the Caprese salad.
The Caprese, okay.
Get tomato, orange, basil,
and orange.
and mozzarella. Get some pearls on there, and then take that all together all at once.
Okay.
And this is the true Caprese bite that we're about to take here.
All right. This is the. Okay, I got that, and then I just need a little bit.
The anticipation is killing
Yeah.
me.
All right. Okay.
Boxer's cutting up the basil right now. He's trying to get a little piece. He's doing a fantastic job. Look at that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, we got a big piece of basil.
Yeah. All right. Now I think I got everything.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna put that.
Moment of truth here, folks.
Okay. Here we go. Did I get everything? Okay.
Boom,
Yep.
baby. Look at
All
that
right.
bite. My God.
Here we go.
Show off to the camera. Oh!
I'm so glad you told me to do that. To get all of those flavors into one.
It's the perfect bite.
Oh,
it is the perfect
Sal.
Caprese bite.
That's amazing.
The juiciness from the tomato, the brightness from the orange, creaminess from the mozzarella, that wonderful herbal flavor of basil, and then you get those balsamic pearls just popping off in your mouth all at once.
And
come on.
it's beautiful.
I mean, seriously.
You can taste it all of it, and it's delicious.
Yes, sir. And that's what we do. That right there,
Oh.
that is summer Italian cooking right there,
Yes,
baby.
it
And we're not even
is.
cooking it. We're just eating it.
Exactly. This is delicious.
With
And by
the wine. Cheers,
yes,
buddy.
With the wine. I don't have much left, but yes.
We got some more. Let's fill up Boxer's glass before he takes off.
Yeah, right. Sal, this is delicious. A reminder that you can get the recipe for the Caprese salad at carfagnas.com. All of the products that we've talked about today are in stock, and you can get those at the marketplace here, correct?
That is correct. Yes. The marketplace opens at 10 a.m. every morning. We're open until 7 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, open till 9 on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we close at 5 p.m. on Sundays.
Sal, I can't thank you enough. You have outdone yourself once again on this awesome episode of Uncorked. Before we go, I have to ask you, in this wonderful room that we're in, up there's a scripture on the wall, and it says, "We don't discuss business at the table."
That's a Godfather quote.
Okay. I didn't know if that was from your grandfather or if that was a movie quote. I wasn't sure. I know you're big on movie quotes.
Yes, it is a movie quote. It is a movie quote. But it's true, right? You know, it's like we don't discuss business at the table. Let's concentrate on family. Let's concentrate on friends. Let's enjoy ourselves while we're here at the table. Let's eat this food and let's be happy, merry, and eat. Right?
Amen. Cheers to that.
And with that, right? What do we say in the closing?
Let's close it up.
We're closing. Mangia bene.